My name is Amelia, and I've always been drawn to the sea. As a child, I would spend hours watching the waves crash against the shore, imagining the adventures that lay beyond the horizon. So, when the opportunity arose for me to join the crew of the SS Serenity, a grand ocean liner embarking on a voyage across the Atlantic, I didn't hesitate to seize it. Little did I know, this journey would be far from serene. The SS Serenity cut through the waves like a knife through butter, its grandeur casting an enchanting spell on all who beheld it. As a seasoned sailor, I had been on countless voyages before, but there was something different about this one. A sense of foreboding hung in the air, subtle but undeniable, like a whisper of warning from the depths below. As night fell, the ship transformed into a shadowy labyrinth of corridors and cabins. I navigated through the dimly lit passageways, feeling a chill creep up my spine with each step. The ship seemed to creak and groan, as if it were alive, its very timbers whispering secrets of the sea. That night, as I lay in my bunk, sleep eluded me. The gentle rocking of the ship only served to heighten my unease, and I tossed and turned, unable to shake the feeling of impending doom. And then, just as I began to drift into an uneasy slumber, I heard it, the faintest whisper, like the sigh of a lost soul adrift on the waves. I sat up, heart pounding in my chest, and listened intently. There it was again, a soft, mournful wail that seemed to echo through the very walls of the ship. I couldn't ignore it any longer. Clutching a lantern tightly in hand, I ventured out into the darkened corridors, following the sound as it grew louder, more insistent. Eventually, I found myself standing on the deserted deck, the cold night air biting at my skin. The source of the eerie wailing became apparent. A thick fog had rolled in, obscuring everything beyond arm's reach. I hesitated, unsure of what lay ahead, but something compelled me forward, drawing me deeper into the mist. As I pressed on, the fog seemed to take on a life of its own, swirling and shifting like the tendrils of some ancient sea monster. Shapes danced in the darkness, half-glimpsed shadows that flickered at the edge of my vision. And then, emerging from the depths of the fog, came a sight that froze my blood in my veins. It was not ghosts that awaited me, but something far more sinister, a monstrous creature, its form twisted and grotesque, with eyes that burned like coals in the darkness. It loomed over me, emitting a guttural growl that reverberated through the very air, and I realized with a sickening sense of dread that I was not its prey, but its prisoner. I tried to flee, but the creature's tentacles ensnared me, pulling me closer with a strength that defied comprehension. Its putrid breath washed over me, filling my lungs with the stench of death and decay. I struggled against its grasp, but it was futile. I was powerless against the might of the abyss. And so, as the creature dragged me down into the depths below, I knew that my journey on the SS Serenity had become a nightmare from which I would never awaken. The ocean, it seemed, had claimed me as its own, and there was no escape from its icy embrace.